Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it happened. Microsoft and Xbox finally delivered, but they didn't just deliver any showcase. They delivered a showcase for the ages. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the source. What an incredible showcase. This is what it's all about. This is what we've been wanting for Xbox to do for ages, and finally it delivers a metric absolute ton worth of absolute ammo and greatness that has left a lot of people excited and the haters completely disheveled and lost for words. This is what we want from Xbox. What an incredible show. It's like we're back to the 360 days almost. Xbox hasn't looked this strong in a very long time. This roadmap is absolutely potent. This is what we've been talking about. All these Xbox Studios first party titles galore. This showcase came at a time that Xbox desperately needed it, and when it did, it just put the PlayStation's pitiful state of play and Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest to shame. Xbox is carrying the E3 legacy on its back single-handedly. Well done. And look at this showcase. Look, so much to talk about. Let's go through the games one by one because there's so many great titles here. Of course, Microsoft had to lead the charge with Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Why not? They've spent $70 billion on this deal, so of course they're going to lead the charge with that. And thankfully, they didn't spend that long talking about it because they saved it for the developer direct. Great idea, but it's strong to lead out with that. And then they revealed Doom, The Dark Ages. My god, this game looks crazy. When it was leaked that this was going to be set in medieval times, we were all worried about, oh, hold on, does this even feature guns? Yes, it does, man. And look at the type of guns you have. You've got a freaking gun that chews up skulls and fires them out at enemies. You've got a shield as well that has these razor blades on it. You just got all kind of manner of weapons flying in this mechs. Just look at this gameplay, man. This game looks nuts. Can't wait to play this. This is going to be an incredible game. Yes, it's multi-plat. Other ponies can finally get to say, yeah, we get a first-party game. But the real among us know that this is best played on PC. And then, right off the bat, State of Decay 3. We've been wanting to know what's happening with this. Is Undead Labs okay? Is this game gonna look good? I was so happy the way State of Decay 3 looked. Tonally, I wanted it to look like this. Darker, you know, a lot more visually impressive, because State of Decay 1 and 2 look very similar. I know State of Decay 2 had a visual upgrade after its release, but I wanted a tonal change. We got brief snippets of gameplay. We looked really good, but we didn't get a release date, and that's the weak part of the State of Decay showing. We need a little bit more gameplay, and we needed a release date. So I'm reckoning this is going to be maybe a 2026 title. Definitely not next year, but I don't know. We'll see. It's got to be announced. Starfield got its Shattered Space DLC announcement, and on the same day of the showcase, they released more content. Shattered Space looks good, more survival horror than before, and some enemy types is good. More content is good for Starfield. You have to keep supporting that. You have to keep supporting the animal. And Starfield desperately needs a lot of that content. I know it's got a lot, but it needs to be fresh in the minds of people. So good. It looked solid. It looked fun, and especially after the 60 FPS update for the Series X, I can't wait to jump back into this one. Fallout 76 Skyline Valley got shown off. This Fallout is huge property now after the incredible success of this incredible TV series, which I've just watched. It's incredible. If you haven't watched it, even if you're not a big Fallout fan, you should definitely check it out. It looked great. And then you got Clear Obscure's Expedition 33. My god, this game looks amazing. Like, for ages, there's been a massive debate about, you know, JRPGs or RPGs and the battle systems within it. Square Enix have wrestled with the need to modernize, you know, gameplay mechanics, because some people are just not a fan of turn-based combat. Expedition 33 makes turn-based combat look really cool, really cinematic, just by the way of the camera angles shifting. It just looked really dynamic. This one's on the radar of a lot of people. It just took a lot of people by surprise. So it's a great showing, and it's due to release in 2025, I believe. South of Midnight, another Xbox Game Studio game. How many Xbox Game Studios did you see? You just keep seeing Xbox Game Studio, Xbox Game Studio, Xbox Game Studio screens splashing on the showcase event, and then it was followed by Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of onslaught that we've been talking about for ages, that Xbox could have unloaded ages ago. It's finally there. Obviously, these games need to get released, but look at this roadmap and look at South of Midnight. That speaks to the diversity of Xbox games and the Xbox first party stable, man. South of Midnight looks like a beautiful game. Just incredible visual art style, incredible characters, great voice acting, and just quite intriguing. I didn't feel that impressed with the combat itself. It looked a little bit wooden. You had your daggers and she was attacking. I just needed to have a little bit more of that impact, but it was a very brief gameplay snippet, and that's my biggest criticism about this. The gameplay segments, we did get a lot of gameplay for a lot of games. They seemed a tad brief to me, but South of Midnight actually looks really good, and it's a great addition to the Xbox's first party lineup. And then it's so crazy to see World of Warcraft in an Xbox show as a first party title. When this freaking thing got shown off, I was like, come on, please, WoW on console, WoW on console. And unfortunately, it's not. It's the expansion, The War Within, which, man, Blizzard do incredible cutscenes, man. Like, I always use them in my videos because they are the best of the best. And this looks epic, but I'm not jumping into this. The only way I'm jumping back into the WoW is if this comes out on console, because WoW will suck your life away. Tread carefully when installing that game. If you've never played WoW, it will take over your life. And holy Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater looks insane. My god, Xbox gets more of a showing of Metal Gear, even though it was revealed alongside PlayStation stuff. MBG's gonna be crying in his bed, man. Crazy. MG Snake Eater looks mad. I can't wait to play this. Metal Gear Solid 3's controls are so convoluted to me. I just go back and try and play that game. It's crazy. So Snake Eater looks phenomenal, man. So can't wait to play that. Sea of Thieves had to get a showcase. They always show Sea of Thieves. It's like Death and Taxes at this point. Season 13. It looks good. Fans of the series will like it now that it's on PlayStation. I'm sure, you know, some fans, new fans, will enjoy it. But yeah, that's Sea of Thieves. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Game looks great, got delayed. And obviously that delay has worked wonders because the game is looking brilliant now. It's got really good quality. Just the combat looks great. Really solid. Really solid. And then they showed off an RTS, and I thought this is going to be, what, Aura or something? And it looked crazy. Really impressive with all these gods that they're showing off. And it's called Age of Mythology Retold. Great looking RTS if you are a fan of that genre. And then, bam, out of nowhere, surprised me out of nowhere, just after Age of Mythology, bam, what? Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark. The one game. The game that I was anticipating the most, the game I was just looking forward to the most, and there it was. It was beautiful, man. It just didn't just come back, it came back gloriously. Gloriously. So good. It's like Mirror's Edge mixed with Perfect Dark, mixed with James Bond, mixed with parkour. And you look at this combat, it's looked brilliant. You know, a lot of acrobatics and just neutralizing people, the silent guns, the impact of the guns on enemies, the really cool level designs. I just really intrigued to see how they deal with the parkour elements. Game world looks really intriguing, futuristic. Kind of remind me a combination of Perfect Dark Zero's aesthetics mixed with Killzone Shadowfall almost. It was really nice. Game looks clean, visually it looks solid. Just, I can't wait. Some people are complaining about the way Perfect Joanna Dark looks, but they probably have never touched a woman in their life. But Perfect Dark, it looks so good. It's the first game that I had to go back and watch the trailer again because it's just, I'm so happy about it because there are so many questions about what the initiative can do. And I think their partnership with Crystal Dynamics will come up wonders. You know, this is... You need some unique FPSs like that. And Mirror's Edge was a great game. So happy that Perfect Dark looked good. And if all that wasn't enough, bam! Xbox Game Studios, what comes out? Fable! And Fable looks even better than before. Yes, everyone was crying about the way the main character looked, but she looks absolutely fine. She looked way better than the first showing, because the first showing, she just looked a little bit weird. I don't know if it was just the angles they picked or whatnot. She looked better here, and the vibes are really good. And we got a little bit of brief snippets, again, like State of Decay, of the gameplay. And it looks good. It looks great. It looks beautiful, man. Like, I don't think people will be doubting that these are real visuals. After Hellblade 2, that raised the bar so much. Everything seems more realistic in the visual front. And Fable looks just... It looks brilliant. It's oozing character. I think this is going to be a big critical success for Xbox. I think it's going to be a big critically scoring game. This one is oozing quality, and you've got Playground Games behind it, and look at it. Just looks great. As if it wasn't bad enough that Concord can't catch a break, what with the Valorant announcement on consoles. Then you got Fragpunk, another hero shooter that's coming out, I believe, next year, and it looked really solid. I actually saw this and I thought, well, this looks more enjoyable than Concord. Whether or not that's the case remains to be seen. But it's another hero shooter, so Xbox has got that ticked out. Look at the variety here. You've got RTSs, you've got third-person, like, action-adventure games, you've got RPGs, you've got first-person, you've got third-person action-adventure games with South of Midnight. There's so much variety here. You've got games like Winterborough, Mixtape, that look really cool, hitting, I think, the 80s vibes or whatever. Then you got the obligatory Microsoft Flight Simulator. Looks great, but sorry, setting the world on fire. And Microsoft Flight Sim, I hear rumblings that it might come to PlayStation maybe this year or next year, so and you got Elder Scrolls Online. Again, for Elder Scrolls fans, that's great. I'm not a big Elder Scrolls fan. You know, when you see Elder Scrolls and Microsoft Flight Sim and Sea of Thieves, I'm like, whatever. But I'm sure they have fans. Life is Strange Double Exposure is really good. I've never played Life is Strange games, and people tell me it's a really good series, so I need to check that out. It looked really impressive in this showcase event. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's releasing this year, and another Xbox Game Studios game, as if he needed more. This one looks really good. They spent a long time with the story exposure. It looked really good. Looks like you've got Troy Baker really nailing the voice acting here. It really sounds like Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones, and it's got that comedic kind of tone down to a T. I want to see a little bit more gameplay. We've got a little Caesar reel with some gameplay at the end, but we're gonna get it this year, so I think it'll be a solid game. It's not gonna be earth-shattering, but it's gonna be a good fun game. Well, let's see. We'll find out this year. Now this game, holy crap, it just blew my freaking sinuses, man. Mecha Break. This game looks like Armored Core on crack. Like, okay, well, it's not really Armored Core. I loved Armored Core, but this is more for like a Gundam type freaking action mech game. And I saw the customization screen. It kind of reminded me of Armored Core, but it's just a really cool game, man. It just looks crazy. It's one of my favorite games of this showcase, actually, because it just looked like so much fun. So I can't wait to try out this game, man. And it's coming out next year. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. My god, man. If you follow this channel, you know I've been playing Sekiro, and I have one more stream to complete that game. So I'm a big Sekiro fan, and Wu Chang Fallen Feathers looks crazy. I've got very strong Sekiro vibes, visually astounding. A lot of people are like, another Soulsborne, if you call it Soulsborne. I don't know what you call the genre anymore. So yeah, if you're a fan of those kind of games, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is gonna be for you. And then you got Avowed, also another Microsoft Game Studio game releasing this year, and it looks way better. It looks like it's had a glow up. I don't know if this is gonna be exactly my cup of tea. Some of the combat looks a little bit stilted to me, but it's Obsidian. They have a particular style, and I'm sure the story will be good, but it has a lot more polish than it was last shown. So it looked really impressive. Again, I expect it to be like middle of the road, mid-80s meta, good solid RPG, but we'll see. We'll see what this, it looks good. It looks really good. So let's see how it fares. Now, another game that's not my cup of tea, or another series, I should say, that's not my cup of tea, which I've been pretty apathetic to, has been the Assassin's Creed series. Assassin's Creed never really did much after the first game. A kind of my interest went, but Assassin's Creed Shadows, very different kettle of fish, man. This game looks stunning. There was so much noise being made about the protagonist, one being a woman and one being a black man. But, you know, give me my women and black men any day. Wait, pause. Because this game looks amazing, man. Like, you've got crazy stealth sections. You've got this crazy, samurai action sequences smashing through walls. Yusuke looks really cool, and the game looks great. For me to be excited about an Assassin's Creed game, I think Ubisoft are doing something right. I did not expect to come away and say that. And Assassin's Creed Shadows is one of the stronger reveals of gameplay reveals of the show as well. And this is an incredible show. So color me interested. Assassin's Creed, me interested. Well, there it is. Stalker 2, half Chernobyl. Stalker 2 is looking better now. It looks very good visually. I've heard some feedback from people who played it again at the Xbox Showcase event, and they're saying that, you know, they come away with it quite impressed. It looks really good visually. I wonder how it feels. Never been a mad fan of, never really, I should say, gone through the Metro series, but I know Stalker is a legendary title. The first one got delayed for forever and then finally released. Well, we were waiting for Half-Life 2. So Stalker 2 looks good. Let's see. The developers have been through a lot, so hopefully they can smash it with this game. It's looking very good, looking very visually impressive and very current gen. And you know what? At this point, Xbox could have been okay. Xbox could have been okay with maybe 2 or 3 of those reveals. After all the crap shows we've had this year, Xbox had an easy time. They could have swum through, but nope. Xbox had to hit you with a piece de resistance, man. There it is, the final one more, just one more that shows you the power of just one more, especially when they were done right. Yes, it was Gears of War. Not just any Gears of War, but Gears of War E-Day, Emergence Day, the moment where everything went to shit. There's so much you could do with Gears of War Emergence Day. There's so much you could do. When I saw Dom, I was just astounded. I was like, wait, what? Are they turning into Fast and Furious? Is Dom still alive? Oh no, wait a minute, he looks younger. What's going on? Boom. E-Day. And what you saw here was UE5 assets, in-game assets being used. Expect this game to be incredibly proficient visually. And you know what the best part is? After the show ended, we got a little bit of tidbits about this game. There's going to be exactly what I've been saying on this channel on Game On Daily for ages, for years. Gears is going, no more open world nonsense. It's going to be linear. It's going to be more darker, grittier, more focused on the story, darker vibes. And I just hope they nail the combat. It's exactly everything I've been saying. Huh? Give me my flowers, people. Give me my flowers. Gears of War E-Day had so many people just in tears of happiness. That's how good it was. It's just such a power. It speaks to the power of the franchise when handled effectively. And it's been a while since you've seen Gears, so it was really good to see that reaction. And there you had it. After this show, and I'm not even talking about Call of Duty and that developer direct. Call of Duty is Call of Duty, but this showcase really cemented what Xbox meant, like what Xbox could mean, and the value of Xbox in this space to really keep the competition at its toes. Yes, this whole debate about games being timed exclusives, games are going to be going on to PlayStation like we've been saying for a while. But you know what, man? This is how you do it. This is how you do a showcase. This is how you reinvigorate any confidence in your brand. The people from, like, you know, big YouTubers who are pretty dead on Xbox, like even Asmongold and others were just shocked by this. And this is exactly what you need. More of this, Microsoft. More of this. You now understand the power of effective IPs. It's the weaknesses were lack of release dates and a little bit more gameplay, but I'm not going to complain, man. I just got everything I wanted in this showcase, man. I got Perfect Dark. It looks stunning. I got Gears of War. Look, I liked Gears, but I just felt like Gears needed to evolve. It needed to change. Very similar to what God of War did. It's going to be sacrilege for Xbox fans. I always get this in the neck. But just, there's so much potential with that IP. And E-Day is the perfect chance to tap into that potential. So, look, there's so much more being worked at Xbox as well. So they can just show off more stuff next year. I'm not even talking about next year. This year, you know, it's just good. It's good to have a positive roadmap. You had so many fanboys crying and damage controlling, and best believe I'm working on a source video coming out that will showcase the salty tears of the sad PlayStation fanboys who have been projecting their absolute anger and rage at PlayStation's inability to tender to their needs by projecting against Xbox. Some people are loving up Sean Layden, even Sean Layden, the PlayStation alumni who's been not fired, left. It's been like hating on Phil Spencer here and there. Gods of Wars here. Look, Xbox is back. Like the thumbnail says, like, this is what you need to do. Obviously, the work's not done. That's a reveal. We need to see how these games actually hit. But when they look so impressive, you know that there's a much better chance for them doing so. So it's a great showcase. This is what Xbox needs to do. I can't wait to see what Xbox has in store. This is it. This is it. Now you get to truly feel the potential of Xbox. If only Xbox was like this at launch, right? It's taken its while, and Sarah Bond talked about the next gen as well. Phil Spencer in an interview afterwards also talked about, you know, native hardware being important in the discussion about handhelds. What's this new hardware gonna be? I'm intrigued to see. But yeah, what did you think? What did you think? If you're a pony and you're crying, it's okay. You can cry. If you're an Xbox fan, you're excited, let me know. Hit the button, smash that like button, hit that bell icon so you don't miss anything. Especially the Source video. The Salt and the Sauce is coming, and I've got an extra special Source video in the works just for you. So smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon. Hide, ponies, hide.